What's going on, guys? I'm coming at you from Central Florida, and I'm making this video this morning about my bananas and how I have an endless supply of bananas all the time. As long as we live here, the supply of bananas will never stop. I'm going to talk to you about how that works, how I do that. I don't want you to make fun of me. I'm no artist, but I've kind of drawn it out a little bit to help you understand if you don't understand how a banana grows. Okay, so you buy a tree or you get a tree, you dig a tree up, you start out with one tree, and you put that one tree in the ground, and you water it, and you feed it, and you treat it good. And in a few months, that tree grows and it gets bigger, and from the bottom comes what they call a pup, or the way it was explained to me from a commercial banana grower in South Florida is this is the father and now this is the son. Okay, it's like a sucker, and it grows from the bottom, and you let it grow. Okay, and as it grows even more, the father is now a grandfather and the son is now a father, and you've got another little son here. Okay, now you've got 3 generations of bananas. This is the ideal situation for a commercial farmer. They have hundreds or thousands of these clusters of these 3 spread out throughout their whole plantation. And the reason for that is because each tree will only produce bananas one time, and then that individual tree dies back. And since you don't grow bananas from seed, you only grow them from plant, their way of continuing to reproduce and make sure that there's generations on and on is growing from the root base. Okay, so right now the ideal number is 3, because this one's going to produce, it's going to die back, this one is right behind it, and then that allows this one to grow into this one, and then you allow another pup to come. Now a lot more of these pups or suckers will grow out, so you have to control those, but this is the ideal situation. So the bananas come from here and they die back. Now I don't have room to have several clusters of 3, so what I did in my backyard, and this was actually, these bananas were the first thing that I planted back here, and what I've done is I dug up 4 small banana trees, no bigger than this one right here, from one of my customers' houses. I do landscaping maintenance and landscaping installations, and because they spread from the base like that, their bananas are by like a swing set for their grandchildren. And so as they encroach on the swing set, I have to remove them, and I decided, hey, let me plant 4 of these in the backyard. So I planted these 4 right here. 2 of them have already produced. You could see there's several large ones now. We've got 3 sets of bananas coming out, which I'll talk about in a minute. But there's literally bananas of all sizes. I've even moved some over here. This is the same variety, and all those 3 are very close. If you look, we've got this rack of bananas here, which out of the 3 is the oldest, and pretty soon here is going to start ripening and be ready for harvest. That tree I'll cut down, cut it into pieces, and chop and drop it. I'll leave it to continue feeding the rest of the pile, which my compost pile is right at the base of my bananas, so that way it's constantly feeding it. Here's another rack of bananas that only opened up about a week ago. So this one is going to mature very soon, and we'll have bananas. Then this one will be shortly after it, and we'll have more bananas. And then if you look from the center here, there's another rack starting to open now. So as these trees die back, we've got several that are weeks or a month or 2 away from starting to produce. We've got several at medium sizes. All those will be producing soon. And then you just let more grow up. Now you keep them thinned out. You know, you want to have a constant flow of bananas, but you don't want too much energy being wasted by excess trees growing in. And you also want to make sure that you keep the leaves trimmed for the energy to continue growing faster, you know, for the plant to not waste energy on so many leaves. Okay, that's something else that I was taught. So the ideal number is 3 to 4 banana leaves per tree. And I know it gets harder to trim as the trees get taller, but if you do it as long as you can, or you know, until they mature, that's the best situation. So this will literally give my wife and I and our son an endless supply of bananas. Okay, they never stop growing up. In fact, to get rid of them, it's kind of difficult. See, there's one coming in there, which I'm gonna have to dig out because it's going right towards my yard long beans and this little papaya plant. And but there you go. So even here we have another mini cluster. This is a more ideal situation, except there's about 3 that are all the same size. So if you ever thought about planting a banana and how easy is it, how hard is it, it's super easy. Throw them in the ground somewhere where the ground is moist, and they really just take off. And you can literally have bananas every month or every few weeks if you do it right. So I hope this video was helpful. If you've got any questions or comments, let me know, and I hope everybody has a great day.